I am delighted to welcome Magdalena Bak-Maier into the In Conversation chat room today. So welcome, Magdalena. Thank you very much for joining us. It's lovely to see you.
Having me. Yeah, it's lovely to see you as well.
So you are presenting at the NLP conference next year. You're in the virtual element of the conference, and your topic is designing the perfect day for health and success. I mean, that sounds really, really intriguing. So do tell us a little bit more about you and your presentation.
Yes, well, I've decided to, apply and share this material, particularly because of COVID and what we've been through, and the fact that, in my trainings, in my one-to-one work, I see ever more people feeling incredibly overwhelmed and tired and fatigued and stressed. And, it got me thinking about NLP and states on the
Mm,
one hand. And then my grid framework on the other, which is very much designed to help people rethink balance and what we need to do balance and to put, self-care at the center of it,
mm,
and to start to basically habitually retrain the nervous system into greater balance. So I sort of thought it was a nice response to what I felt people were needing, from doctors, teachers, lawyers, you name it. Everyone is in the same boat, so to speak, and the same is true for young people. So I felt like the skills and tools can be nicely applied, by people in their families, and helping the younger people, our kids, our teenagers, to manage the same thing. So that's kind of what prompted me to sort of say, oh, here's a nice little gem for NLP, and so that's my workshop for the session.
wonderful. So what will delegates take away from your session, Magdalena?
Well, my sessions have a sort of signature of being incredibly practical and rich in tools, because I guess that's the sort of thing that I value in sessions. So it's not too theoretical, but it is built on sound science behind it, and proven methods that we've been using for some time. But it is very much about making sure that people walk away really being able to design a day from scratch in a way that is, incredibly empowering to them. And the reason why I feel that's so important from a nervous system and psychological perspective is that I've watched and worked with people with burnout and depression and overwhelm, and if you're not having a good day, it's incredibly difficult to rebound and have a good day the next
Mm,
day,
mm,
because you're kind of coming to the end of the day going, I'm on the back foot. It didn't go so well.
yeah.
And so, we know that some of us can use that and really rebound and have, like, push through and make it perfect. But I certainly watch people who can't. And then as you add up those days and those states, you habitually begin to drain and feel like you're losing confidence, and things are hard, and you're paying attention to the wrong things. So that's why I felt, we teach, of course, the method for for goal setting for longer periods of time, for months, etc. But I think the day formula is so lovely,
Mm.
because it's just that it brings back that control, that no matter how things are, you go, tomorrow's a fresh day, I'm going to use this tool, I'm going to set it up right, and I'm going to just build my confidence as I go, and I'm going to stay balanced. So people will discover the tool, the methods. They'll will play around with states. So 2 years ago, we danced and sang, so I'm not sure, we'll definitely have fun, because it will be online, and we'll have time to share and talk through how we do that, and also what gets in the way. So we'll be able to look at maybe 2 or 3 sort of specific things that get in the way, and how those saboteurs can also be tackled. So should be a really fun session.
Absolutely, and I think it's really important to have those baby steps, isn't it? Breaking it down day by day. It's manageable.
That's right. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And what's, of course, superbly attractive about the grid that I always say is that, we are steeped in technology and apps and smartphones. And, for the grid framework, I went back to the basics as an educator, and it's paper, pen, and highlighters. So, so basically that means there's no barrier to entry. You don't have to have fancy technology. You can actually work your brain, your state, your body far more effectively in this way. So I think it's core NLP work.
Wonderful, wonderful. I do like a bit of pen and paper. So apart from getting pen and paper and highlighters, is there anything that delegates can do before your session to give them a deeper experience, a deeper understanding of your session?
Yes, I can think of a few things. So for anyone who, Googles the grid framework, grid method, they can find we have wonderful short YouTube films from real people out there who are using the method. I think before the conference, over the next 2 months, we're releasing mother and daughter team. Actually, two, in fact. One is a mom with a young student child, and one is a lady mid-age with an older parent, and how they're using the grid to have fantastic days. But we already have on our channel quite a few other stories from people showing the power of the method. So those would be good. And then, of course, if people go to my website at www.maketimecount.com/grid, they can find quite a lot of free resources, materials, a very useful survey, which is part of our global research,
Right.
which will give them a really nice little diagnostic they can bring to the session
Ooh, okay.
as well. So, and of course, they can check out the Get Productive Grid book, which is on Amazon for a few years now. So it's turning into a nice little classic.
Absolutely. Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you. So, I mean, Magdalena, you've been to the conference before and presented at the conference before. So, what does the NLP International Conference mean to you?
Oh, I love it. I mean, it's what it means to me is it really, I also think of it as friendship and community.
Mm.
I sort of feel like you can show up to it without necessarily knowing people, and you can honestly expect you'll be warmly received and make new friends. And that is so inclusive and lovely. Now, of course, NLP has its stars, and as does every field. But you'll be able to meet them, and they'll say hi to you, and that's fantastic. So they're not on some pedestal. They're people like you and I, and so yeah, and in addition to this, I think the breadth of the applications, because NLP has been around, but it has had its evolutions over the years, and it's just real applicability to everything from how you parent, how you do your day, how you run your business, how you win clients, all the leadership with NLP, etc. So I feel like there's something in it for everyone,
Yeah.
which makes it for a rich, worthwhile experience.
Yes, yes, I've noticed that I can hear something, and we know NLP, and then you hear about it or see it in a particular application. It's a never thought of that.
Indeed, yes.
Wonderful. So, as I said, for people watching this, Magdalena is presenting at the virtual element of the conference, which is the second weekend of the conference, and you are presenting on Sunday, the 21st of May, at 15:30 BST, so 3:30 BST, because it will be summertime. So we're very much looking forward to that. I'm certainly looking forward to designing my perfect day. So thank you so much, Magdalena. Really looking forward to seeing you next year.
Thank you very much, Karen, and I look forward to seeing you and everyone else who joins us. It will be, I'm sure, a very smashing event.